Hello there. What is going on, everybody? Today in Kickstarter Watch, I'm going to be talking about not a game, but rather a gaming table topper. Game Toppers LLC has their second Kickstarter going on right now for Game Toppers 2.0. We're going to talk about them a little bit. But before I jump all the way into looking at this one, I do want to kind of talk about why specifically I'm looking at this right now. So if you've been following me for a little while, you'll know that I recently got a game table. I was very, very, very excited about getting this game table from Table of Ultimate Gaming, and it finally showed up, and it was a mountain of disappointment. And while it does work as a gaming table, there's a lot of problems with it. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I think I want to reiterate some of it because I think there's an interesting contrast that can be drawn between a table topper and an actual gaming table. So and I think that's one of the things that I think is worth at least pointing out and directing you guys to some cheaper alternatives that are going to give you a lot less headaches. So like when I had this gaming table, I had to completely assemble it from scratch. It was every single piece was completely separate. So, that's definitely something that goes into it. There's a lot of building. The instructions were very, very backwards. They're completely like built in a mirror almost and a lot of the pieces just didn't want to fit together, trying to get the surface of the table to go down. Every one of these pieces was the wrong size. I had to sand them all. It took me 2 days of sanding every single one of these pieces with a hand sander. And I'm not a carpenter. I don't have a belt sander. A lot of problems, and as a result, a lot of damage to the table before it could go on. Now, granted, a playmat is going to cover a lot of this up, but it's not all covered by a playmat. There's a lot of errors, and if you want a better look at this, I'll put a link at the end of the video. You can check out my review of the Table of Ultimate Gaming Game Changer. But, I had such a miserable time with this. And now that it's done, I can still use it. It still works as a gaming table. But I can't help but thinking, boy, if I could go back and do things differently, might I look at something like just a regular table topper? So this is where we come to Game Toppers LLC. So they have these game toppers that go on top of your existing table, and it can just turn any regular dining room table into a gaming table, right? You just put the table topper on top, and for most of them, it's just two halves. You just put the two halves together. You clip them in, and you're done. If you get a really, really big one, you might have a leaf, and so so you'll just clip one extra time per side, and then you're done. And then they're portable, and they're really nice grade aluminum for the size. But with their 2.0 Kickstarter, they're having some extra options you can get. So we're going to pull up and look at the page here in a little bit. But, one thing I want to draw your attention to is the prices. Even the non-Kickstarter prices, even the regular MSRP prices on these are tremendously good for what you're getting. Again, this is just my opinion, but I think it's just a great... Now, think about it like this. You've got a regular small gaming table. You want to play a big game, right? You want to play a big game like Armada or Star Wars Legion or X-Wing Epic, Rune Wars, or any big wargaming type of game. These are perfect for that. Now, they have a lot of different varieties, but there's two specifically that I think are worth looking at. The Holmes, which is 36 by 72. Or if you want to go a little bit bigger, so you have a little bit extra room to lay your stuff out, you've got the Mycroft, which is 48 by 72. Incredible size for these. And in the Mycroft right now, normally $8.99, $7.99 on Kickstarter. That's amazing if you think about what you're really getting. You're getting a giant, giant surface to go on top of your table, right? You can play Armada in here. You have also room left over for your cards and your ship cards. You can play Legion in here. X-Wing Epic. You'll have extra room on the surface. You can roll your dice. They're not going onto the table. They're not going onto the floor. They're not going to roll off. It's just really, really nice. And they're comfortable to play on. These have been at lots of gaming conventions. If you've been to Gen Con, you've seen them there. If you've been just having Dice Tower right now going on in Orlando, a lot of them are at the con. Last year they were everywhere. This year they didn't have the full booth because they're running the Kickstarter right now, but Kevin Burkhartsmeyer was there. I did get to talk to him briefly, and he was a super great guy. I know him and his son, great folks. So I honestly say I haven't ever met somebody, running a company that that cared that much for people. He's such a personable guy, really great guy. So and it really makes me feel a lot better about the quality and the care that goes into something as opposed to my last table. Whereas I think there really wasn't a lot of care for the customers and for the people. It was very much just like numbers, 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 no customer service. So definitely, I personally have a much better opinion of this company. And after having seen so many people playing games on these at the convention, everybody seems to agree these are great. These are wonderful. They're very, very comfortable. They're not very heavy. You can transport them. You can get bags for them. It's just amazing. So the material's great. They're able to be stored easy. The storage is awesome, right? They have bags. You break them down. You can just set them in the corner. You can keep them in a different room if you want. I live in Florida where it's very, very, very hot. So the fact that you're getting aluminum instead of like plywood, big deal, right? Plywood warps and bends. This aluminum's not going to bend. They have this great rubberized material on the bottom, so it's not going to slip off of your table. You can even, here's the big thing, maybe you don't have a big table. Maybe you don't have a table at all. You can even put these on a folding table, like a cheaper folding table, and then all of a sudden turn, like a $50 table into a $2,000 table, right? Or at least, it might look like it. You know what I'm saying? You're getting like super great quality and just in functionability. And the other thing that I think is amazing is what this allows you to do. The fact that it's so transportable and portable, rather. Portable to the point of being transportable. You can bring this over a friend's house. Your friend's having a gaming party and they need more tables. Not only do you bring your table, you bring this tabletop or two. Now you have the deluxe table that everybody wants to sit at your table, right? And the playmats that go into this, the playmats are phenomenal, especially with this second Kickstarter. So I want to pull up the Kickstarter page and we're going to kind of look at it. So there's 18 days left right now, and they're doing really, really well. But like they have this new type of wood grain that you can get in there. You can pay a little more for some of these. So if you want, if you really like these table toppers, and this is definitely something you want, if you feel like splurging and really getting the ultra fancier option, you can totally do that. But if you are on a budget, there's still cheaper options. I mean, I think the aluminum looks fine, the original finish, but look, they have these brand new finishes that are going into this. They're really, really nice looking. They're showing them off. They did a live chat showing some of the new stuff they have off is amazing. But all the different playmats, if you'll notice in all of these different images, they have a different playmat in every one of them. And these are really nice. These are high quality playmats too, and they're etched along the sides. They're gorgeous. They have all kinds of playmats. They have some that are inspired by specific games. There's a Scythe-inspired playmat. There's a lot of. Oh, here we go. They've got They have some regular colors too. A lot of times, maybe you just want a standard regular color that's going to be like all-purpose for everything. They've got Dungeons, Adventure. The Castle one's actually very cool. I like the Terrain Green. I am a big fan of the Space one. I like the Space one most of all. But wood grain is also really, really nice. The Scythe-inspired one's beautiful. The Viking one's one of their new ones are beautiful. And they're getting new ones all the time. So, like, these are all gorgeous. Look at that Texas Hold'em one, right? Yeah, just really cool stuff. And they have add-ons, too. And that's one of the other things that I think a lot of gaming companies, gaming tabletop companies are doing is they have the add-ons and the cup holders and all of that. One of the things I think is really cool is they have his dice tower. Their dice tower is really cool because it goes onto the table, like it opens up onto the table. So it'll, instead of just having a little tray, you can actually just pour it in there and it'll roll out onto your table surface, which is better than a lot of the other dice towers I've seen. This is, having saw this one last year at Dice Tower Con, I think it's my favorite dice tower on the market, like out of all the dice towers. Well, second favorite, because Broken Token's got like the ridiculously really huge tall that they bring around to conventions. That one's I think that one has to take it. But like as far as stuff that you're likely to get and add on your tabletop, this is a great dice tower too. So that's really cool. They have because they have so many gaming mats too. If you want different surfaces, they have some. They have like this, like a holder that holds all of these mats that you can get as well. And this is kind of what the rails are going to look like. They're like this dark, this black. And honestly, black goes with everything. So you can get a storage bag if you are going to transport it, if you're going to take this to different places. Maybe you're taking it over a friend's house. Maybe you're taking it to like a community center or a gaming group, or you're gaming at your library or something like that. I know a lot of times if you're gaming in a store, not all of the the tables are that big. Like one of the stores I play at just has like normal standard size tables, and so if we want to play something like Armada, we end up having to push a lot of tables together. Imagine rolling up with something like this and be like, boom, we're going to play in luxury today, you know. And I think the value is just really, and this is what those mats look like. But the value you're getting for your dollar goes so far here. Whereas, if you're going to end up getting yourself a whole gaming table, you're going to have to spend at least twice as much. And I just don't know if you're really going to get the same quality. I really don't. I mean, now granted, there are a lot of other companies out there, but based on my experiences so far, these are some of the best things that I have actually seen and been able to touch. These are amazing, and I think you guys should check it out. I know not everybody can afford something like this. Everybody's at different points in their life. If you can't back the Kickstarter, or at least, maybe at least share it with your friends. Maybe you know somebody who is in the market for something like this. Maybe you're looking for an early Christmas present. You can share this with Grandma and Grandpa, and they might be like, hey, all right, this is going to count as your next 2 Christmases. It's okay. It's totally worth it. but also, on top of all of those other things, I think it's just a great option to have for whenever you're able to. And if you can't hit it during this Kickstarter, maybe you get them whenever you can, because even the regular prices are still really, really nice. And then follow them on the Kickstarter too, because they have new mats coming out all the time too. I think they got great mats. That's one of the things I really wish my gaming table had, is a better option for mats, because I've just got a single solid color, and I would love to get something fancier. I'd love to even get maybe a custom thing in there, though. That'd be kind of cool. I should look into that. But yeah, no, their mats are awesome. So this is a really, really well done Kickstarter. They also have all kinds of new accessories here, like GM screens and all kinds of fancy stuff. Like, it's amazing me. This is the other thing right here. So like, this is a rack. If you do end up getting a lot of the play mats, here's another thing that's great about this rack. I'm telling you, more and more games nowadays, more and more games are coming out with these neoprene play mats. Like, it's crazy. Like, I've got a lot of mats for like X-Wing and tabletop gaming in general. But now more and more board games are coming up with the neoprene playmats, right? Rising Sun has done it. Lords of Hellas is getting ready to do it. A couple other ones that don't immediately come to mind, but like, it's becoming a thing, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. You're going to see more and more games come out with their neoprene playmats. Like, even just ordering one of these, I think this is a great idea, just to store all your neoprene playmats. You can just this is freaking awesome. There's a mini one, and then there's the bigger one. This is just so cool. I might actually just have to get one of these just to store all my playmats, because those boxes don't always last forever. I still have my FFG mats in the regular boxes, and those are starting to fall apart. They're only going to probably last me about another year, so I'll definitely be in the market for something like this. Very cool stuff. I love all the accessories that they put out, in addition to their quality tabletoppers. Just great accessories, and there's more stretch goals on the way. It's just like, it's crazy, all the variety that they have here. But anyway, all right, so that's Game Toppers LLC. Really great Kickstarter. Check them out. You've got just over 2 weeks left, so if you can, if that's something you're interested in, I think the value you're going to get here for what you're getting per dollar, tremendous value. It's portable, you can take it with you. It's just really cool stuff. And they have smaller sizes as well. So if you're looking for, like, maybe you're not interested in the big board gaming, and you just want for normal board gaming, you can get a smaller one for even cheaper than that. So like, I'm looking at like the highest end ones, but they have smaller sizes available as well, because not everybody needs this huge 6 foot by 4 foot or 3 foot playing surface. Some people want like a 4x4, or even that they have all of those. They have lots of different size options. So yeah, check them out, guys. All right, guys, that's all I got today. I just kind of wanted to do this, and this is something I'm going to, I seem to be getting good feedback for the Kickstarter preview stuff, so we'll do more of these. But yeah, that is Game Toppers LLC for their new Kickstarter. You can check them out. I'll put a link to this Kickstarter in the description below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. You can check out Crabbok.com. You can also hop on my Discord and say hi there. And if you see me at Gen Con, come up and say hi. I will probably be teaching one of the games over in the FFG section. So I will talk to you guys later. I want to thank you so much. And as always, have a great day.